I would like to thank everyone for joining us today and being witness to a very special occasion. This ceremony for me is a culmination and reward of an 8-year journey, with the last 3 months of them being some of the most intense and sometimes most difficult I have experienced, which of course makes today all the more rewarding. These 3 months were quite different than when we went for our first degree. Maybe I just don't remember, but I don't recall questioning myself if I can complete and pass getting my second degree. This time around, I really questioned and doubted myself. There were so many new items that we had to learn in such a short period of time, and it was pretty overwhelming at times. I want to apologize to both you, Mackenzie, and you, Mason, if my stress level either freaked you out or caused you undue stress. I think they survived all right. When Sheehan finally convinced me to join in on all the fun with the kids, my main thought at the time was about just getting into better shape and learning some movements. Quickly became more than that. The student creed and the principles, black belt, which at the time I enjoyed hearing from my little rug rats reciting them, began to have real meaning and expectations. How could I expect my kids to develop self-discipline, perseverance, bringing out the best in themselves and others, etc., if I was not leading by example? Especially since now I was also a fellow student alongside them. I may not always succeed in all the principles, especially when I'm cut off in traffic, but I try to do the best that I can. Sheehan made it a point to remind us to thank those who have helped us in our journey. So first of all, I'd like to thank you, Sheehan, for twisting my arm to join, and then really twisting my arms, legs, and back after joining. A word of warning to everyone based on personal experience. Never ask Sheehan if a karate class workout was tougher than the kickboxing class that he used to hold. It will be proven without a doubt that the karate class workout is much harder, and you'll probably be walking around funny for about a week. Well, at least I did. I also want to thank all the past and present students that I've had the pleasure of training alongside. Each one of you has helped in some way, and I truly mean that, even for the lower belt ranks. Trying to help and teach you of self-defense or kata forced me to understand it better, in order for me to help try to explain it to you and show it to you properly. When I thank my fellow students, I have to pay special thanks to my fellow black belt classmates, Gracie, Jesse, and of course Phil. Phil, like Sheehan and the kids, has been there from the beginning, and we've spent countless unknown, ungodly amount of time punching, kicking, throwing each other around the floor, informally competing against each other on who can get in more sets, until both of us started ending up with some shoulder problems because of that. You've always brought out the best of me and kept me on my toes, especially when sparring. Thank you, congratulations on your accomplishment, and I look forward to continuing to train together to reach our next set of goals. Speaking of goals, what's next? For me, one of my goals will be to re-qualify for the Boston Marathon while running at next year's Boston Marathon. This will be a big challenge based on the course, and in order to help me accomplish this, I've set another goal of incorporating a Satori challenge during this training schedule. The workout portion of the challenge will help improve my core. The healthy eating habits will help fuel me properly and take off unnecessarily weight that I don't need to be lugging up and down the hills of Boston. And the mastery mindsets will help get me mentally prepared. Also, I've set a future goal of become proficient in the bow and learning the bow kata over next summer. This will result in spending some time outside practicing versus potentially destroying the basement. Next I have to thank my mom. She's been at all the ceremonies over the years and shown up to most all the classes. Thank you for your support you've given the kids and myself. And I want to apologize to everyone that just wants me to get this over with already, but please realize I did not get to speak at my first degree black belt ceremony. I'd like the next person I want to thank, so please bear with me a little while longer. For those that were at our first degree ceremony, you already know that the next person I want and need to thank is my lovely and beautiful wife of 21 years. Lynn. Want a towel? I need to thank you for taking it upon yourself to check out dojos in the first place, as it was you that thought it would be a good thing for our then 4.5-year-old Mason to get into. It has helped mold him into a fine young man. This all began and was an account of her actions, so I have to give her credit where the credit is due. Thank you for making Mackenzie realize she shouldn't feel funny being the only girl in most classes, that karate's not just for boys, and that she should be very proud of her abilities and qualities developed over the last 8 years. Without your guidance, she wouldn't be the highest ranking girl in the dojo, nor able to give out bloody noses, or at least to me during sparring. That happened a few weeks ago. Thank you for supporting me when I decided to try and learn some moves. Thank you for putting up to with my high stress level and crabbiness due to the aches and pains and exhaustion, allowing things to slide around the house so we can focus on this goal and actively helping us achieve our acts of kindness. Most of all, thank you for saying I do 21 years ago, and then having enough faith in me and convincing me that I could be a good father, and twisting my arm to have 2, but not 3 wonderful children, who are now wonderful teenagers, which I love very much, as I do you. I finally have to thank my children, Mackenzie and Mason, for allowing me for allowing me to join you on this journey, for helping me achieve this very special accomplishment, and letting me help you also achieve your goals and accomplishments. I hope I didn't embarrass you too much over the years or today, and I hope that you look back upon this day and also the last months and years that built up with this moment with pride. I hope that all these experiences carry on with you and help you both accomplish your future goals and dreams. I hope you both realize how much support and help you really gave to each other, and that you continue to do so as you grow older. I'm very, very proud of you both. I'm honored to be your father.
Kleenex.
I got it. Okay. Towel.
All right, Phil, bring us home.